think I see somebody already here. I think I see Dillhole with his peepers. I see your peepers, brother. What's going on? I just woke up. Does it look like it? Does it look like I just woke up? All right. We have a fun one today. I don't think I've done one of these. This is a 1940 un peso. It's a Mexican silver coin. It's a very attractive coin. This is going to be the side that we have out for the ring. And the back, Estados Unidos Mexicanos. And then the purity. What's up, Dan? How you doing, buddy? Purity 0.720, so it's 72% silver. Kind of odd. There's no U.S. coins that are like that. What's up, Roy? How you doing, buddy? And the coolest part really is the rim. It says Independencia y Libertad, and it's engraved on the side of the coin, so that will be visible as the reeded side when we're done. And we'll also add a reed to the cut side. Now, I do see a few things that could possibly be a problem in the end, but I don't foresee it being big. And it's just that there's some raised up spots. I don't know if you can see them. On this edge, just from the wording, kind of being a little bit high, so it's probably hard for you guys to see, but right along that rim there's some raised spots. I don't think it'll be a problem, but if anything's going to be a problem, it might be that. I also was thinking about what size punch to use. No matter what size punch I use, it's going to hit the wording of un peso. So we're going to lose a little bit of the wording. So I wanted to center this wreath and kind of make this wreath the center point. So I wanted to go with kind of a larger punch, like so. And that'll leave pretty much perfect spacing for all the detail. So it'll look really cool when we're done. So, anything up my nose? That would be embarrassing. This is for a customer. He may show up. We're going to do a few rings. This one, and I have a 1893. I'm not sure what year it is. Chicago Columbia Expo, the World Fair, Chicago World Fair. Pretty sure that was the first commemorative coin the U.S. had. So we're going to do that one also for him. This is going to be a size 11, Dan. So a little bigger, and the coin itself is probably pretty close to a U.S. $50 size. If you hear some weird sounds in the background, I got my buddy Mac. He's playing with a treat ball. We got these balls with holes on the end, and I shove a treat inside, and he tries to get it out. It's pretty much his favorite thing to do in the world. So, I think we're ready to go. We can do this. Let's punch holes in metal. All right. I just made a ring yesterday, and I forgot where I put my ring tools. It's a 9/16 punch we're going to use. That looks centered to me. Plug your ears and your eyes. If your eyes can hear, you might want to plug them too. It's loud. It's a little loud. My neighbors are probably stoked because what time is it here? It's 8. Ah, they're up. They're up. Who isn't up? 8 a.m. making coin rings in the garage. Sweet. Alright. Let me put all this stuff away. I'm just going to probably drill a hole in this and make a keychain. Because I don't really have any use for it. It's a weird percentage of silver that I don't really melt. So it's not like I can just toss it in my 999 or 90% pile, which are the only ones I melt. So we'll just figure something out with that. It's not going to be like a really cool looking keychain, but the owner of the ring might enjoy having it, or maybe giving it to somebody, so they can kind of have like the other piece of the puzzle. You know, it's a piece of this. You know. All right, I'm going back over here. I'm gonna be taking a lot of coffee breaks because that's the only thing that really gets me going in the morning. It's coffee. Although this was exciting to wake up to. I was excited to do this today. That's why I'm doing it so early. But you can now see why I did the punch I did. It kind of centers the inside and outside of the ring a lot better, making this wreath center point. It's going to be the center of the ring going around, and these wreaths will be really cool. No matter what, we're going to lose part of the word un peso, so I just went with the best design. Still got the date, the 1940, and pretty much got all the good detail. And the inside of the ring will be cool too because it's got the purity, and this is pretty much centered as well, 0720, and the wreath on the bottom will be centered pretty well. So this will display as a very nice coin ring. So that'll be awesome. So now I need to sand this out a little bit. Let's go ahead and turn down for what? We're also going to give this a pretty sweet antique finish. Kind of showing its age off a little bit. I have a horrible song stuck in my head right now. I don't know if anybody watches the Impractical Jokers, but I have one of their songs stuck in my head where Joseph Gatto had to sing to a bunch of people on Zoom. A beautiful face. I don't even know the words, but it's stuck in my head. Um, Anyone tell you you're my hero? So I figured it's stuck in my head. I'm going to try to put it in someone else's head, and then maybe it'll be gone out of mine. So if that gets stuck in one of your heads, just let me know. Everything I wish I could be. Joseph Gatto. I can fly as an eagle. I don't want to get copyrighted for that one. I think that's Celine Dion. I'm not sure, but it seems like something she would do. She probably got like lawyers out there going after people like me with the voices, the good voices. See, Roy? You hope I go live every Monday? Maybe. I'm gonna do more videos. It's just with scam baiting. I haven't been enjoying it like I did. But man, yesterday I got something like I was sharing it on the Skype chat, and there was like, I think it was like 13 or 17 calls I got yesterday. I was answering the call and messing with them all day. I just don't record those because I'm using my camera. It's my phone. And my other one's in another locale. So I don't record those, but I'm going to be spending some more time in what I call the YouTube room. It's the room that I do my YouTube videos. Spend a little more time in there, so I'll be able to catch those videos more often. All right, we're ready to go. I cleaned out the hole. It looks nice. It's clean. It's a clean hole now. I marked not safe for kids, so I could say that. The hole is clean. Coffee break. So now the fun begins. Let's make this a ring. Shall we? Shall we, everybody? Let's go up just a tad. And then we'll come a little closer. I'll get you guys all up in this grill. Oh yeah, I need to heat it first. You guys should have told me that. You know better what I'm doing over here than I do. Fire! Fire. Ooh. Anyone tell you you're my hero? Oh, I'm burning the hand. I'm burning the tiny hand. Oh, poor hand. I just scorched the tiny hand a little bit. Put that over here. Oh, I don't burn anybody, you know? You don't need any tiny hands burning up around here. Scorched hands. So what I do is get this really hot, you know. Super duper hot. Super duper. And then you just turn the flame off away from the hand, the tiny hand. And then you just touch it to your tongue. That'll cool it off. Use a little towel. Boom. There we go. We're ready to go. That is called annealing. And no, you don't touch it to your tongue. You put it in a glass of water. That was a bit of humor. All right, we're gonna use a dye. Wiki. And we're gonna turn this sucker into a cone, basically. It doesn't fit on this side. So we're gonna use this side where it fits. Level it, make it nice and level. And find the biggest cone that fits through the hole, which will be what I call number 3. I call it number 3. And then we're going to press it down. Let me double check that I have the right side where it wants to be, because that would be stupid. I already did, but I just had to double check, because both sides of this coin would look cool as a ring. A lot of coins, like the Morgan dollar, it's just way more appealing with the tail side out. This one, it looks good both ways. So we're basically just coning it, yo. Hole. It said hole. So I want to double check that reed, make sure there's no splitting or cracking beginning. And the only issues I possibly see so far are the rays. These rays. Let's see if we can get a focus. The rays right here. They kind of give a little effect to the edges where they connect. But we're going to continue to press this down with a bigger cone and just check that as we go. We may have to sand it. We may not. You're everything, everything I wish I could be. How far can we go? How far can we go? So it looks good. It's looking good. There's no splitting or cracking going on. It's more coney, but I want it to be completely sucked up to a cone. That way I know it's done. There's still a little, see that gap there? A little tiny gap. I think I can finish that with what I call cone number 1. It fits through the bottom, so we're good to use it. Should I switch sides? Yes, I should. Switch sides of the die. This is kind of looking like it's wonking out on me a little bit. It's going a little wonky. So we'll see if that is something we need to fix. But we're as far as we can go with the cone. We're all sucked up. We're basically one with the cone. We're one with the cone. But you can see that worded edge, the reeded edge that's worded on these coins. It's pretty cool. Our cut side, we're going to add a reed to that side. So this will be a reeded coin when we're done with it, although it doesn't have a reed right now. So let's see what size it is, just to see kind of where we stand. Our end goal is an 11, although I got pictures from the gentleman. When you're doing rings, for some reason the reeded side is always smaller than the cut side when you're done, even from deburring and doing things like that. It's just you're doing a lot of stretching and manipulating to the cut side, where the top side really doesn't have any kind of stretching or manipulating going on. So it's just a little thicker, and so that happens. So for his ring, depending on how I put it on here, it's going to be slightly different size. So we're going to match it up on both sides so that it's a perfect fit, because he has another ring that fits perfect. So we took pictures of that. Boom. How do you like that explanation? That's about as good as it gets, guys. So with that said, I'm going to have to stretch this out. I'm going to have to stretch the hole. We're going to stretch out this hole to where it's bigger. But before I do that, I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up of the cut side, get rid of any kind of fractures. They could be the tiniest fracture, they'll become an issue during the stretching process. The stretching process is pretty much the only time you're really gonna, well, that's pretty much the only time you're really gonna split a coin. Although when you're doing what we just did, if you have a bad fracture already, like if you didn't clean the hole, it's important to clean the hole. If you didn't clean the hole to begin with, you could have some stress fractures, and then as you're making it into a cone, pushing it, it could split at that point. Which is why we were watching it well. We were watching it go down. And there is some wonkiness. It's not bad. We'll fix it. But there's a little bit of wonkiness. The camera won't go down low enough to show you. Let's see if you can see it here. See how it doesn't sit flat. It's because it's a little bowed, which happens with some of these coins that just aren't pure silver. They're just a tougher metal, so they do things different. But we'll fix it. We'll make it cute. Let me move this down so you can actually see what I'm doing here. Looking at my face. Nobody wants to see my face. So we're going to stretch it, and then we'll deal with the wonkiness, which will basically just be putting it in between two plates and pressing it flat, you know. We'll go another round. Again, this side we're going to also add a reed to it. So I'm not going to do too much sanding to it or extra stuff. I'm just going to get it ready to be pressed for a reed. So right now I'm just more or less getting rid of any tiny fractures in the metal that could be, or any starts to a fracture. Generally the starts are what get you. And those are mostly caused from higher points of the coin. The higher relief of the coin matching up with the low relief. And on a Morgan dollar, I can guarantee that every single coin ring maker in the world has split the coin in the process, right where those wings meet the face. The top of the wings meet the face, because the top of the wings is a high point in the coin, and most people, when they make their cuts, their original cut, their whole cut, it goes right around that face and those wings. So where all these match up, I guarantee every coin maker has split right there. Or if you don't know or don't remember, go look at your scrap pile and you'll see, yep, it happened right there. because also on the back of the coin, there's a high point that matches a low point. So it's almost like it's the thinnest part of the coin right there. So it splits easy. Excuse me, guys. I'm getting over some kind of cold. It just had me coughing for the last few days, but had me a heck of a cough. So I hit a little harder with 2000 grit here. And then we'll stretch. I'm not gonna have to stretch it too far. I'm gonna use a stretcher over here. Use this guy here, not this guy. And luckily, you guys aren't on the table, so you're not gonna shake like the table normally does. But I do need to move my coffee and a few things because this harder metal is a little harder on the stretcher, so it takes a little more strength and takes a little more shaking of the table too. Move the coffee over here so we don't lose that. That's my main concern right now, the coffee. Do not want to lose the coffee. And if anybody's interested in a ring, I have this for cheap right now. And the only reason it's cheap is because I bought this silver before it went way up. So I have a Don't Tread on Me Boston Tea Party on the back. Pure silver, 1 ounce. I think I have it for $110 shipped in the USA. That's a freaking deal. I'm having to charge $140 now on Morgan's because they're costing like $35 a piece. All right, we're ready to stretch. We just need to heat it up. Heat it up, beat it up. And I also have that Morgan available for $140. And then I have a Ford silver round. It's available. It's pretty cool. It's like 3 ounces or something like that. It's pretty cheap too for 3 ounces. Maybe that's not how much it was. It's only $100. I need to repolish the back of it because I want it to have a mirror finish, but this one's hand pour I did, and that's through the sub company I got, the Rose City Mint. So I need to repolish the back so it looks like a mirror, but that's $100. Bam! You get the old Rose City Mint COAs. That's how you can contact me too, right there. LukesCoinArt@gmail.com. Boom. I like that action, guys. That's pretty cool. Let's stretch this out. Stretch! Yo, my name's Stretch. Stretch things out. That's what I should do. I should name it Stretch. Yo, I'm Stretch. I'm just here to stretch things out, you know? Things stretchy. Ain't no big deal. Just stretching things out. As things fall over on my table. Just a little stretching, you know? Let's see if that's stretched it enough to get us where we want to be. Where did I put my... There it is. So I want to get it to about a 13. I know our end goal is about an 11, but I overshoot it before I shrink it. Because that's just how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how it gets done. That should have done it. So we're sitting around a 13. This is a very important part of the process where you self-reflect for a second and you have a drink of that coffee that you had to move over there. And then you just get back into it, you know? All right. The wonkiness is a little better, so that's nice. It's not as bad as it was. I am just going to put it on the stretcher real quick to get rid of the spline stretch, just to kind of twist it a little tiny bit. It just kind of had like a hexagon kind of stretch marks in the hole. There's so many innuendos in coin ring making. It's freaking sick. Stretch marks in the hole. It's disgusting. You guys are sick. You're sick in the head. All right. So I think the next step I want to do is put it in the Swedish die. And that will get rid of the flare. You see the flare, how it's whoop, whoop. It's curved. We're going to make it straight. And we're going to make this part not so far that way. It's going to be closer to where this is. All right. So yeah, I mean, that's how you do it. You just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. Everybody's just gotta do it. What up, romantic dad? Steve? Morning. Romantic dad, are you who I'm making this ring for? I know everybody else in here, and I know it's not for them. But you seem a little suspect. Like you might be the guy I'm making the ring for. But I don't know. I don't know a romantic dad. I'm not a dad. Alright guys. Romantic dad is who this ring is for. Just give him a nice welcome from the channel. Everyone here is good people. They follow me on my bigger channel. No, you're good. Just without you having your actual the name that I know you by on there, you never know. Because like Dill Hole, pretty sure that's not his real name. Could be wrong. Don't change it. So this is where we're at. I'll show you where we're at. We just stretched it. We're about, that sounds weird, about to reduce the edges. It looks like crap because, you know, it's 72% silver, so that little bit of non-silver just kind of changes color through the heating process. But we'll fix all that and make it super pretty and sexy. The reeded side with the wording looks awesome. We're going to add a reed to this side. Everything looks good. The only issue we're having so far is it's just a tiny bit wonky, but we're going to fix that right now as well. So sorry guys, I'm dealing with a cold, so I may sound like I'm dying, but I'm not. I'm going to wrap this on my leg with some plumber's tape to protect the detail real quick. You guys don't need to see that. This is just leg picks. Just Luke leg picks. Gonna give it like 20 good wraps. This stuff works as kind of like a small plastic sealant once it gets compressed. So it does a good job protecting the detail of the coin. Does a great job. So we're going to put that in the Swedish die, like so. I need to grab one of my dies I used for a photo op. Woo! We're going to need that. And we're going to need this. So I don't necessarily need to protect the reeds because there are no reeds. There's words and they're indented, they're innies, not outies. So I don't need to protect it, but I'm going to anyways. We're going to do this until basically I can see the detail of the coin coming through the tape. Right now it's just white, and it'll get translucent as we get to where I want to be. Translucent, and I'll be able to see the detail of the coin come through. So you can kind of see what it's doing, because now the top part's getting translucent to where we can see is it's shrinking the top inward to where it would be closer to where this is. And we're still not really messing with the size at all. We're at just a 13 before. We're still right at the 13. 13's right there. Because none of the bottom has been pressed in yet. Once we hit the part where we start hitting this bottom, that's when I stop. If that made any sense. I'm not good at words. Let's see if that put us there. It did not. There's still a tiny, tiny white stripe coming through, which tells me that there's just a little bow, little bowing, like a 747. You get it? I'm such a good dad joke guy. Let's let's go on the next die and just give it a quarter push. We don't need much on it. Don't need much at all to be where we want to be. So there we go. That white line is gone. Let me grab Mac real quick, guys. Shanna's going to work, so she has to open the garage door. Come here, bud. Have a good day.
Hey, you too.
I got it. I'll close it.
See ya.
Bye. Did you get that treat out of your ball yet? Apparently not. Apparently not. Alright. So now we're still rocking about a size 13. Let's see where we did move down to. Actually, we moved all the way down to a size just over an 11. So it did reduce this side quite a bit. I may actually need to stretch it out, but we'll see what happens after we reduce this side down, because I don't have any reed really to remove from this side, because we don't really want to lose any of the wording. So we're just going to play it by ear. Again, this is one I haven't done, so every ring is different unless it's the exact same punch size, diameter, end shape. All that stuff comes into consideration. So yeah, let's see here. I want to stretch it first. I think I'm going to stretch it just a tad bit first, just because it'll be easier to do now than it would be later. I know it sounds weird that we're stretching it to reduce it, but I'm more or less trying to stretch this middle part out. The ends we can flare in the sizing process, but if that middle part isn't right, then it's just not gonna look right, folks. All right. Simple stretching. Just a little bit of simple stretching. We'll see if we can not lose anything on the table. Alright, that's as far as I wanted to go. It might have moved it just a tad bit for me. We're about 11 and a half. That gives me a little bit to work with. So, let's go. Let's go, go, go. Time to anneal. Never mind. Fat tire. Whatever we can get out of it. We're going for more of a kind of a flatter look. Flatter. My brain just kind of shut down. I think I need a drink of coffee. I'm not used to working this early. Must be crazy. I'm gonna wrap this guy up again with some Teflon tape. Teflon. And this is where we make it ring looking like a ring. Make it look like a ring. Ring. Is it a phone ring? So, looks like size 11 is going to be pressed all the way down. Ugh. So we're going to go almost, we're going to press it almost to where we're touching. I'm going to have just a small fingernail size gap. press. I know my press, so I know how it's off. It's off a little bit, so I have to rotate. Just a tad bit, you know? Because it's a little off. All right. So, hopefully, it's not too small on this side now. And then this is the moment of truth. This is going to work or not. Oh no. It's perfect. It's going to work. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm going to hit this side just a tiny bit. Oh, we need to put a reed on it too. Should have done that already, but yeah, let's do that before we press this down. Let's put a reed on the cut side. See, my brain shut off, you guys. I forgot how to live my life. Forgot how to live my life. Forgot how to wake up, I guess. I forgot how to wake up. I do that every day. Sometimes it takes a couple hours. Sometimes it takes a couple days. All right. Add in a reed. Just adding a reed. So one side will be worded, the other side will be readed. One side worded, other side readed, readed, worded, readed, worded. Look at that. We added a reed. Now, I just need to press it down a tad, a tiddly tad bit, just like just to get it that fingernail gap distance here, which is just like a it's more like a all right. Now we size. We got the shape we want. Now we need to make it the size we want. So I am going to have to reduce this reeded edge just a tad bit. Let me look at this. Hopefully it takes off a little more than I want. So I'd like to reduce that side down just a tad bit more. I don't want to take off any of the words. Luckily, the wording is up, so I got room to work with. Because I'd like to reduce it just a tiny bit more. You know what? We're just going to do it because I think I can make it work either way. We're just going to do it. It's all about, you got to have the right look. If it doesn't look perfect, then who wants to wear a ring that doesn't look perfect? I wouldn't want to do that. That doesn't make any sense to me. So we're going to press it all the way in. Both sides. Okay. Boom. Now we got a perfect looking ring. Now we just need to size. We got the proper ring look. And we'll fix the sexiness. The sexiness will come last. Drink some. The good news is there's a lot of reed to take off, which was my concern. I didn't think there would be. I just don't want to get into the wording. But we got a good little bit to work with first. I don't think I want to save this silver either. So let's do this over the trash. It's not pure enough for me to use when I melt. But I already mix it with, I'm going to say, I already mix it with 925, 999. This whole thing right here is just silver shavings and stuff that haven't been put into a jar. Coin puzzle shavings. There's a good amount in there. And then deburring shavings. Looks like a lot, it's not. So I can mix a little bit of this in there. It's really weird deburring this metal. It's very skippy. This tool doesn't really cut it very well. It's such a hard, it's a hard metal. It kind of reminds me of the counterfeit, this counterfeit Morgan I did. I had a fake Morgan, and as soon as I started trying to do this reed, same thing happened. We're still good on the I'm not hitting the wording, but I have quite a bit to remove here to get to the size 11. Whoa. We have a lot to remove. I think I need to take this back to the stretcher. We're quite a bit off. What is the best thing to do here? This is where I have fun, trying to figure out a mistake. We'll continue to take this off because we definitely don't need this. But I think we're just going to have to take it to the old stretcher. Hope for the best. Because we're off a lot. A lot. Like shockingly a lot. I don't know how we got to this point. It's a 9. It's not even a 9. Like, how did we get to that point? How did we go from nine and a half to an 8 and now a 9? I'm so confused. We'll get it. We'll get it. Get it. I think I'm going to use sanding paper because it just skips so much using that deburring tool. I'm not sure why. It just skips a lot. Yeah, this 70% metal is very odd. I've never dealt with that before. I'd be curious what other metals they use because it feels like a bronze. It's very strong. Even sanding is not even sanding it down very good. Look how choppy that is. hot. It's real hot to the hands, guys. It's hot. Woo! Friction, baby. Friction. I gotta take my time here. Friction's insane. Woo! I really just need to deburr this inner part out too. That might help us out a lot. It's got to come off eventually anyways. Sorry guys, now I'm just talking out loud to myself. Trying to talk myself through this. No trades, bud, but I might be getting more of these coins if I do. Send them down. All right. So it feels like there's just this little lip right here. So what I'm doing is I'm eliminating the inner lip. So that's done. Then I'm going to sand it so it's nice and soft. And then I'm going to stretch this thing out. And that's where it's going to be a little tough. Because it's tougher metal. And I kind of need to stretch it a lot. So I don't know how much my stretcher will allow me. We will see. The good news is I'm still awaiting the second coin for his order. So I could always order another one. I need to just try again. If it doesn't work. This could be a fail. This could go down as a fail. The fucked up part is I don't know where I screwed up. I know I reduced it a little more than I wanted to get rid of just a little bowing action that we had. Boing. Hi, buddy. Did you finish your treat? Did you get it? We'll be done here in a little bit, and I'll let you in. So I'm not really sure where I screwed up. But we're going to fix it. One way or another. One thing people do know about my work is it doesn't go out unless it's right. So let's heat this up. Let's move some things out of the way because now my table's going to shake. This is where the shaky table effect is in full swing. We're going to rock this table. We might rock the ring stretcher to death. You might have to kill the ring stretcher today. That's why I always have a backup. Yeah. In this world, you gotta have a backup. Peso, it's a 40. The year didn't matter when we got them. We just wanted the design. And I found a dude on eBay, and he got it to me really fast, actually. And I think he had more, so I could get another one from him. Pretty sure. if need be. We'll find out here in the first couple seconds, because if this stretcher is taking too much pressure, I'm not going to continue with it. Steve, every time you watch me, man, you make me nervous. I don't know. Maybe you do. It's not too bad stretching it. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. Might be all right here, folks. Just gonna do one side at a time. Ugh. Oh, that is hard. How close did that get us? Probably nowhere. You got us no close. I think we can do it. I think we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna do it. The heck? Got weird stuff in my garage. I think. As long as I don't pull my shoulder. That's the bigger issue. Ten and a half. We're at 10 and a half on the sides. 10 and a half. We're gonna make it to 11. God, this side. Oh, this side is so hard. I need to sit for a second. For some reason that hurts my left shoulder. Holding it against this left shoulder. Woo! All right, we're close. We're almost there. Need some coffee. Come here, Mac. Come here. Come here. Come say hi. Come here. Do you want to go inside? Want me to let you inside? Okay, come on. Go. Go hang out with yourself. Yo, my shoulder is ringing. Ringing, just like us, we're ringing up a ring. So I need to stretch this side out just a little bit more. Boop. I'm gonna probably stretch it to like a little bit bigger than we need, and then I'll reduce it back. Luckily, rings are something you can stretch, bring back, stretch, bring back, stretch, bring back. And it, for some reason, just looks like nothing ever happened. It's like magic. I have anybody here still? Yeah, check that nickel copper, because my God. I looked up the content of it earlier, but I didn't look at that. Because it was so pretty, shiny, silvery looking. Yeah, you know what? They'll hold making rings is not very violent. If you're dealing with like pure silver and stuff. It's like butter. Like it would be super easy to stretch on this thing. I really did do something to my shoulder though. I've heard it before, so I know it's temporary, but all right, let's do this. Let's finish this. This is gonna be freaking sweet. It's gonna be a nice looking ring. if I can finish it. Which I'm feeling like I can finish it. I was a little less confident about 5 minutes ago when we were like 3 sizes off. That made me a little nervous. Okay. Come on. Stay up, coffee. Good job. Good coffee. All right, hopefully this will be it. Okay, everything will be awesome if it's just a little bigger than 11. Okay, we're super close, guys. Look at that. We're just 2 extra Advil away from pulling this off. You think this would be hard on the right shoulder, since that's the one that like I'm using, but man, it's not. It's the left. Although you guys are probably seeing it as a left right now. All right, come on, baby, come on, baby. Just a little over 11. Boom, just a little over 11. I'm gonna go just a tad bit more. In just a second. And then that way we can reduce just a tad bit. Boop, boop. Give it a nice polish. And a patina. Patina's gonna be sweet on this ring. All right. Oh. We got this. Oh, coffee! I'm losing everything on this table. Oh, I'm so done stretching that thing. Woo! I think I'm done doing un pesos. What ended your career? An un peso. An un peso killed my career. Jesus Christ. My shoulder is fucked. Alright guys, let's finish this. Let's do this. This is a This is a personal mission now. I'm gonna get you, bro. Let's see how much I get to shrink it now. All right, good. That's perfect. I'm all out of breath. I think I'm gonna die. We're good, guys. I'm exaggerating, overly exaggerating, big time. Except for I did put my shoulder out. The shoulder's done for a few days, folks. Just give me a little break. Just wrapping it in some tape. Every time I go live making a ring lately, I do something stupid. All right. I'm just going to reduce this a tiny bit. Tiny bit. Boop. Boop. Here's the moment of truth. Come on! All right. So when you sent me the pictures, there was two different sizes basically. We had a reeded side size and a non-reeded side size, which I explained earlier in the video. It happens just because the cut side gets manipulated more, so it's thinner, and so that happens. So on this way, we're supposed to be just over a size 11. We're about an 11 and a quarter. And on the other side, we're just right at an 11. So we're right at an 11. So this one should fit exactly like your other ring. There shouldn't be any difference in fit. But now I need to make this pretty. I need to make it pretty, guys. For that, I need some more coffee. Mystery metal. That's what it is. It's the mystery metal. Mystery metal. Fucked up my shoulder. I'll tell you what. It's no mystery to me that it's a hard metal. Because I think when I did that fake Morgan, I knew this was fake when I made it. I was just curious if I could make a demo that I wasn't worried about someone stealing if I did a show. It's just so shitty looking that I wouldn't show it to anybody. But that one was the last ring I did that really hurt my shoulder. But this one's right there. But luckily, all we gotta do is hit it with some steel wool to get rid of all the burn marks and fingerprints. And Steve, I had a conversation with somebody about they're saying like after they make a ring, they have to soak it in acetone or something like that and do a bunch of stuff before they patina it. I was like, I've never had to do that in my life. I just use some steel wool and then patina it. And people say my patinas are very nice. I don't see any issues. And they're like, oh no, you gotta put it in acetone and blah 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 to get rid of the fingerprints and stuff. It seemed like a waste of time. Like putting in an acetone. Cleans the oils off, but so does, like there's no oils on this ring at this point. For my fingers a little bit, but nothing that shows up once I give it a patina. Powder coating. Now that makes sense, but God damn, my shoulder hurts so bad. And this will ship off today too. I'm gonna go to the post office here in a bit. Get this thing on the road. Wait, no, you got another order coming. I could ship it off today if you wanted. You could have it early. Just let me know. Maybe send me $5 for the shipping cost. Or I can just hold it. Yeah, just steel wool till it shines and then give it a patina. So this is where we're at before the antiquing. It'll bring out all the detail once we're done with the antiquing, which will just take me a second. I got to go do that inside. So give me a minute and I'll be right back. Freaking killer dog. Fierce chihuahua. Chihuahua. Alright. So this is the patina we got on it. Got some really cool blues and purples. And now we're going to sand that off. Yeah, I use the liquid liver of sulfur gel. It's my favorite because I used to use, so this is our reeded side. Check out those purples. It's pretty cool. I used to use the dry stuff, but it goes bad too quick for me. Either I don't store it well or something, but the gel's never given me any issues. So let's do the worded side. I just hate the smell of Black Max. I've got some of that stuff too, but the smell drives me crazy. Let's do the inside. I got about, feels like 6 minutes before my shoulder makes me cry. I don't know what I do to it. It's always the same thing too. It's like a muscle or something. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it, buddy. And I'm just giving it a light sanding. Just to take some of the outer, the higher detail, sand some of that so that the background kind of has a contrast. So here we are. It's pretty as hell. We got the, try to get the camera to focus here. 1940. The rays look really cool. I'll take some really good pictures and post them on Instagram at Luke's Coin Art. One word, Luke's Coin Art. You can go over there and see the actual final details of this. Put pictures of the inside. I'll get a good picture of the reeded edge with the wording, as well as the inside, because the inside is just as cool as the outside. It kind of shows you what it would look like if you did it the other way around, inside out. But yeah, it turned out really nice. There's our reeded edge if I didn't show it already. Turned out good. I'm glad we didn't give up on her when we were having a little issue, because it probably wouldn't turn out any better than this anyways. It's as good as it gets, folks. Thanks for coming. Luke's Coin Art on Instagram. Please follow me. I'll post this as soon as I have the pictures done, which I'm going to do right now. So thanks again for coming. Hope you guys had a good time. Bye-bye.